Hi Masaji, I just wanted to say I have always admired your relationship with Minnu, and I believe that is the benchmark of a father-daughter relationship. I hope as I grow older I can emulate half of what you have done. Wishing you an extremely happy 75th birthday and many, many more to come.
Hello Masaji, I've known you now for a little over 2 decades, and the bond we share is that of the love for bamboos. So like when we think about bamboos, we think of resilience, a strong core. Same goes for you. When I think about you, I think of the same traits. Wishing you a very, very happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful day ahead of you. Take care. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
बधाई आपको शुभकामनाएं आपके 75th बर्थडे की. We are so happy and I always remember you as a smiling and very calm and always twinkling eyes and very decent. And I remember the first time we came to Calcutta, then we were so happy to meet you for the first time that time after marriage. और हम लोग को वैष्णो देवी की भी हम लोग को तो हमें बहुत यादें हैं. कितना अच्छा लगा था वैष्णो देवी में सब लोग जो गए थे घूमने के लिए. वही सब बातें बहुत याद आती हैं और बहुत मिस करेंगे. और इस बार लॉकडाउन में हो भी नहीं सकता था आपका बर्थडे, तो अभी हम लोग का ड्यू है. जब आएंगे दिल्ली तो हम लोग की पार्टी तो पक्की ड्यू है.
Shreya, this is a story for both you and Saurabh. Saurabh had sent me a message saying, asking me to record something which I admire about your father. I think what I admire most about him is his courage. We went to boarding school, and in boarding school, the one lesson we learned very quickly was that it was the toughest guy, the biggest guy, who always had his way. And on the playing field, there was a pecking order. And you very soon found out where your position in this pecking order was. And this is what had stayed with me, at least, right up till the time I came to Salvation Army. It was only seeing your father in various different situations that one came to realize that one didn't have to be tall and hefty in order to be able to speak one's mind. I'll tell you about an incident which took place. I think your father's told you, we had a room which we called the library. In fact, it was more like a common room, and there were newspapers and magazines there. But more importantly, when guys were free, guys would drop in, and that's where we'd all sit down and chat and things like that. And next to the library was one of Salvation Army's most interesting characters, Major Gardner. Major Gardner was a regular army major. He was not a Salvation Army major. He was from the Frontier Force. That is the regiment which General Manekshaw came from. And after the war, Major Gardner settled down in Calcutta. He based himself in the Salvation Army, and he used to run his different charities from there. Now, the Major was a voracious reader, and he subscribed to a lot of expensive magazines. And all these magazines came to us in the library, and we were very grateful for them. Now, in the hostel, we had a large number of foreign students, mainly from Malaysia and South Africa. That is, most of them were people of Indian origin, who were studying mostly medicine or dentistry. Now, one evening, some of us were sitting around in the library, and one of the chaps downstairs, there was a boy called Rahi, came up, read something or other, and then chucked the newspaper on the table and left. And there was another person, Madan Rampal, we used to call him Clark. Clark was South African, he was a medical student. And he asked Rahi to put the paper back neatly or whatever it was. And Rahi, well, didn't want to, and there was a heated exchange. The long and the short of it was that Clark suddenly swung at this chap, hit him in the face, and Rahi went down flying. Now, Rahi was a local chap, local in the sense that he came from the locality very near the hostel, and he was very much in touch with the local toughs. So he was one of the dadas around. And he quickly got up on his feet and he pulled a knife out from his waistband and went for Clark. Your father, he sprang up and he went in between and he grabbed hold of Rahi, not from the back, mind you, but he stood between Rahi and Clark and he said, "You can't do this." And another heated exchange took place, but your father would not give ground. He was, mind you, facing a chap with an 8-inch blade. And Rahi was livid. He could have slashed anyone. But your father didn't give ground until the major, hearing the hullabaloo next door, came out and took in the situation and in his very British way said, "Piss off!" And I still remember the scene. The major slowly advancing on Rahi, wrapped in his huge green towel, and Rahi slowly backing down, saying, "Yes, father, yes, father." And until the major gave the final blow with a "piss off" with a double P. Now, well, that incident, of course, was in itself quite funny. But what stayed was the way your father stood up. Your father is not a big man. But when it comes to having the courage to stand up to what he believes in, he is definitely a very big man. And that is something I admire hugely in him. I have worked in administration all my life. When we have been faced with situations which have been quite impossible, and you are really pushed up against the wall when you feel that you must do whatever it is that is the right thing. And in those situations, I would think about your father. What would he do? And you feel this man would not give in. And I think you know this part about your father perhaps better than I do. That is the story I have for you.
Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. wanna be. Taking things the way they come. Nothing is as nice as finding paradise and sitting in the summer sun.
Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia pa' mi patilla. Y arriba, ay arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré.
Hi Sushil, wish you a great birthday. It's been such a pleasure knowing you for all these years, starting in Calcutta. We had so much fun together at the hostel, going out sometimes in the evening to Blue Fox for beer. And I know you and I would have table tennis competitions in the recreation room. And for some reason, it comes to mind that you and I would sometimes go for lunch to the Chinese restaurant at the junction of Lower Circular Road, and we would get this Hakka chow mein, and that you and I would share it because it costs 1 rupee 40 paisa, and then we would split the cost, and then it would just be 70 paisa. But things have changed since, and you know, you've been so kind and friendly and generous to everybody, and it's been great knowing you. Wish you a happy birthday again, and wish you health and happiness. Take care.
A birthday prayer for a loving Bhayaji. A birthday means a fresh start of time for looking back with gratitude and blessings for another year. May you find true bliss as you face your next milestone. Happy birthday, dear Bhayaji. It's your birthday and you are still as handsome and charming, with charming smile and gleaming eyes, genuine and kind as the days of our yesteryears. As a child, I remembered you, our dear Bhayaji, who used to sing beautiful English songs, and you were always affectionate to all. May God shower so much love and care on you, just you have showered on me. May you live a peaceful, long, and a beautiful life. Wishing you always good health and peace to your loving family. A very happy diamond birthday with gratitude and appreciation for a deserving brother like you. Thank you, God bless you, and goodbye.